Babies can be taught to swim. These pictures prove it. This is done by encouraging them to develop their natural swimming reflexes until they become voluntary kicks and pulls. The 6 progressive sequences presented in this video are gentle, safe and effective, and with love, patience and some skill, you'll soon have your baby swimming, and above all, you'll both be having fun in the water. When you first introduce your baby to the water, hold him upright and seat dip. Keep eye contact and talk to your baby. It's very important to be relaxed. If you're unsure in water yourself, now is the time to develop your confidence too. Once your baby is happy in the water, if he's under 12 months old, cradle him for gentle body dips. If your baby is older, support his lower back and neck. As you both gain confidence, move to rhythmic rocking dips, using your stronger hand as a main support. These dips introduce babies to the feeling of movement in the water, but they still feel secure. Anytime you sense your baby is beginning to feel uncomfortable, go back to this movement. Your baby will soon feel safe again. Babies need to find their own natural buoyancy and to begin to enjoy floating. Don't rush this process. Babies need to be gradually introduced to all the changing sensations. Begin to relax your hold by releasing the tension in your shoulders and flexing your knees. Think of supporting your baby rather than holding him. With one hand under the baby's seat, cup your other hand under the baby's head and lower him into the water. Remove your seat hand slowly as you start to feel the baby float. If you like, you can now use both hands behind the head until you gain more confidence. Relax and enjoy this moment. Many babies will make reflex swimming movements at this stage, but don't worry if yours doesn't. It's important to let your baby develop at his own pace. You can now try baby floating. Swim slowly with breaststroke legs if it helps you to float better. If you can, open your arms and let your baby enjoy floating independently. Floating your baby is the foundation for long-term, relaxed confidence in the water, and it will lead to a happy experience of early swimming. It's also one of the best ways for your baby to begin to experience the feel, sound, sight, smell and taste of the water. Babies often breathe more deeply, smile, suck their fingers or sing while floating. They may have intense eye contact with you or seem to be lost in daydreams. Whatever they do, just enjoy the close interaction and intimate bonding that being in the water together allows. As babies grow stronger, progress to more active floating. The snake float is holding the baby's head with 1 or 2 hands and tugging the baby in small, then wider S movements. The early swing dips can also be extended into more energetic swing floats. Both these exercises will trigger more leg movement. Practice floating only as long as your baby enjoys it. The development of head control may create resistance at around 5 to 6 months. Some babies don't like being on the backs again until much later. When you've mastered basic floating, you can move on to the next stage. These movements are designed to make you and your baby feel safe and relaxed in the water. Only develop these exercises when you feel your baby is ready for more. The safety position is the basic relaxed hold. Hold your baby upright, facing away from you, your strong hand under his bottom and your other arm buffering his chest. For total safety and greater freedom, hold the baby's arm between your thumb and forefinger. Now begin moving the baby. The more you relax, the better. Once you are both happy with the safety position, open it by opening your arm in a wide circle. Once you feel confident, remove the lower support and just let your baby hold on to your arm. You can now try rolling the baby on your arm so that he comes floating on your open arm and then rolls back to the safety position. Keep practicing these movements until your baby is completely happy with them. For the seat hold, support your baby as upright as possible in the water, using the other arm as a chest buffer. Feel the baby's movements. Little by little, try and remove your buffer arm so that you only seat hold. It may feel like an egg and spoon race at first, but babies soon strengthen their backs and show you how they can hold straight. Once you're steady, lift the baby upright, then gently dip him back into the water. Do it again and again, watching for leg movements. If your baby enjoys it, project the seat lift forwards. Bring the baby back towards you in the water, making a whooshing sound. Babies love this. The next exercise, when you're both ready, is the seat throw. Launch your baby forward from a seat lift, at first towards another adult to catch him, but soon right into the water as a forward jump. As you get more relaxed with the safety position, you can start loosening your hold. Place your hand under the baby's chest with the other hand in the seat hold. Now rhythmically flip-flop your baby between your two hands, increasing the gap as you gain confidence. Soon it will be possible to widen the flip-flop so that the baby floats forwards and backwards with the rhythm of the movement. You can then loop. Open your chest hand in a wide forward circle. Then, flipping your baby back with your other hand, drag him in a wide back loop as far as you can. Practice all the variations of the flip-flops, gradually increasing the gap between your baby and your hands. Your baby will now begin to swim. If he goes under, don't panic, but follow the movement and pick him up gently. Cuddle him if he cries, but keep him moving in the water. If your baby enjoys flip-flops so much that you feel you can let him go unsupported at the end of the loops, do so. This is baby swimming, making full use of the early swimming reflex. But don't worry if your baby isn't keen. Very few babies do this. Always respect your baby's natural reticence and wait until you're sure he's ready for something more adventurous. Once you're both ready, the final exercise in this sequence is baby surf. Dads are particularly good at this. If your baby doesn't mind going under, dipping as you surf can make it even more fun. Your baby is now becoming more and more free in the water, but still needs some support. With your outstretched arms, you can make a little harbour in which you'll be happy to splash, kick and play. It's also a launch pad for more adventurous movements. Keep relaxed while you support your baby between your arms. Experiment with the many ways you can move your baby in the harbour. With young babies, small movements and gentle hand splashing are best. With older, stronger babies, you can extend your arms wider to open the harbour. The baby now has to hold on to your forearms. Broad swings and lots of splashing are popular. Let babies splash for fun. The more you encourage your baby to splash, the stronger her leg movements are likely to be. This is also a good time to start showing her how to blow into the water. After 5 to 6 months, babies stop closing their glottis automatically and have to learn not to swallow water. It's easy to progress from opening the little harbour to offering the baby a finger of each hand, to swing her sideways or backwards and forwards. Figures of 8 create an enjoyable rhythm in a fluid movement. Expand and lengthen the loops when you feel your baby's ready. In all the variations of the little harbour, watch your baby's leg movements and response to splashing. Offer less support when you see the baby kicking vigorously. The water will support your baby, particularly when she's moving and playing. The games you play will depend on your baby's age, personality and mood. Some babies will love being launched, while others will prefer the safety of the little harbour. If you don't like going underwater, many of us don't, then you may be apprehensive about the next sequence. Face it bravely and have fun with your baby. You'll soon be loving it. We're all water babies at heart. The key to going under is to relax and make it fun. Jump rhythmically in the water, and when it's time to dive, do it decisively and boldly, going deep enough to make sure your baby goes right under. Bring the baby up gently but firmly and keep on jumping. Some babies like going under straight away. Others are uncertain at first. The way you do it makes all the difference. However you feel about the water yourself, it's very important to be relaxed and happy with your baby. Always make your movements clear and decisive. Babies respond to your mood and need this sign of confidence. You'll find that the more you show confidence, the more confident you'll become. And remember to praise your baby and yourself every time you do something well. Once you and your baby are comfortable with jumping under and being under the water, you can let your baby go, then gently catch her and slowly guide her to the surface. If you start immersing a baby over 5 months old, she will be learning not to swallow water at the same time. Watch what she's doing and help her. You can show her how to blow out in the water and even spit the water out. This is a favourite game with older babies. Once babies enjoy jumping under, you can throw them up and in. Do little jumps at first and then go higher. They'll love it and ask for more if you start gently. Jumping in from the edge of the pool can give your baby a great deal of self-confidence. To start with, sit her on the edge and gently tip her towards you. At first, pick her up as soon as she hits the water, but as she gains confidence, let her go under before raising her to the surface close to your body. Make it a game and do it again and again. After a while, or the next time you're in the pool, your baby will jump unaided. Jumping is your baby's game. Every baby is different. Some are very cautious and others too brave. Some need persuasion and reassurance, while others are best left to themselves. Be patient and try to understand what your baby wants. If your baby needs a hand or a finger for a long time, that's fine. You'll know when it's time to let go. As soon as you're confident under the water, you can get a friend to help you send your baby for a little dive. Start with a small distance, just a couple of feet between the adults, then gradually increase both the depth and the distance. Gauge these carefully to keep your baby confident and safe. It's best to repeat 2 or 3 dives rhythmically with a short interval in between. But watch your baby's body language and facial expressions and know when to stop. If your baby starts to cry, always cuddle her. Babies can be uncertain about this new experience and they'll look to you for reassurance. With older babies, it's fun to go from lifts and throws to dives. Let your baby dictate the pace, but always watch her under the water, as sometimes they can go very deep. Many people around the world carry their babies on their backs as they swim rivers or play in water. Again, the secret is to relax. Rather than you holding your baby, think of your baby holding on to you. Babies love learning to hold on, even if it takes a few tries. And if they fall off, stay relaxed. All you have to do is pick them up gently and move on. If you've already mastered the relaxed float, you can take off with your baby facing up on your chest, using a frog leg or backstroke leg movement to propel yourself. When you want to stop and stand, bend your knees and let your seat drop, holding the baby gently under the arms. If you haven't done the relaxed float yet, try and take off after your baby jumps into your arms. Use the momentum to propel yourself backwards, holding your baby first with 2 hands, then with 1 hand, until you can both let go. If this is difficult, don't worry. Try using a support like a board or a foam woggle until you feel safe and comfortable. You'll find it easier if someone else helps you at first with back rides. Your baby needs to be positioned on your upper back and watched as you swim away. Some babies fall off many times before they start holding on. Babies usually don't mind falling off, and it can take them quite a few sessions to get the message and hold on steadily. Some hang on to swimsuits or hair, but with practice all babies can hold on, even to their dad's backs. Practice taking your baby off your back and bringing her from the side to your front. If she goes under, remember to stay relaxed. It's easier to do it with your body in the water rather than standing up with the baby around your neck. Once you're comfortable with back rides, you can move on to seal rides. Find a space in the pool, take a breath and dive like a seal. Most babies will hold on and reappear with you, but if you lose your baby, raise her gently to the surface and carry on swimming. Remember to dive deep enough. You have to go deep to take your baby under with you. It's easier for the baby to go right under rather than to be half submerged. Floats, foam woggles and even armbands used at different stages can make all the difference when developing your baby's independence in the water. A few babies reject all swimming aids, but most love the extra freedom. Once again, don't be dogmatic, but let the baby set the pace. There are many ways to use boards. Put small babies on the board facing you. When they're older, use the board to support just their hands, allowing them to swim along with you. Always swim rather than walk when your baby is on a board. They can feel the difference. Foam woggles are also versatile. You can use them as a floating support for yourself or your baby. With practice, a baby can learn to hold on with the woggle under his arms, and you can let go. Some babies, usually the ones that start swimming after 5 months, like to be supported by 2 short woggles, one under each arm. It's important to encourage their kicking so that you can remove one of the woggles as soon as possible. Babies who are confident with one woggle, paddling with the other arm, are getting close to independent swimming. Balls are the best water toys. Babies love them. Baby water polo is a popular game with babies over 9 months. Floating toys are a good way to remind your baby and yourself that you're both playing in water. Watering cans are the second favourite water toy. If your baby enjoys independence but keeps falling off his board or woggle, try armbands. Some babies prefer them. Armbands give Down syndrome babies the buoyancy they need to develop a strong kick. It's easier for both parents to be on hand if there are twins or siblings in the water, but water-confident parents can manage 2 babies by supporting one with swimming aids while practicing with the other. Fathers and mothers often handle their babies quite differently in water. Both babies and parents can benefit from family sessions. Mothers can learn not to panic when faced with the dad's typically rougher play, while fathers can watch their baby's response to their mother's soft touch. By now, you should realise that aqualight with babies is above all about having fun while learning to swim. Let babies hold on rather than holding on to them. Allow them to experience their buoyancy from the start. Swim with them and go under with them. Keep trying new things because babies change fast. Give praise and encouragement all the time, never forcing the pace. Don't lose heart when your baby makes slow progress. You can be sure a breakthrough will come if you follow these exercises carefully. However long it takes to get there, your baby will swim perfectly as soon as he's ready. The bonding you develop with your child while floating, jumping and playing in the water will set you up for life. Your child will love and never fear water as he gets older. He'll understand it and be safe around it. Finally, when you take your babies out of the pool, remember to dry them well, particularly their heads and ears. Woolly hats and warm socks or booties are a must in cold or windy weather. Why not set up your own aqualight group in your local pool? Most pools are available for private hire with a lifeguard. For further information, visit our Birthlight website. Bye bye Teddy, let's go swimming again soon.